What is the change that you want to see in the world right now? Is it possibly more unity? Is it just more connection? Is it more love? Is it more tolerance? Is it more compassion? Right now we are being called, and we are being called to become and embody what we want to see in the world. We are being called to become the person that we came here to be, what our soul signed up for before we were even born. And before that even, this whole soul journey that you have is so extraordinary. There's a reason why you're here on the planet right now. And we have to stop giving up our power. And our power lies within our DNA. It is actually deeply within us at a very cellular level. This is where our power is. It's not being attached to other people. It's not being attached to other things. It's not being attached to other concepts. It's not being attached to materialism. It's not being attached to anything like that. The attachment is what's causing us our suffering. Where we are meant to be right now is just honoring our truth. Honoring exactly where we need to be and knowing where we need to be right now. And so we get this opportunity to know where we are meant to be when we slow things down. And right now in this beautiful energy, we're actually still going through the Lion's Gate. We're going to be going through it for probably about another week. Today it's August the 9th. So it's the day after the peaking of the Lion's Gate energy. So right now we've got it still open for about another week or so. And many of us are going to feel heavy. Many of us are feeling, conflicted. Many of us are feeling like scared and, totally afraid and anxious of what's next. But it's not our job to know what's next. I'm catching myself doing this too. So as much as I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself too, because, I'm controlling. I want to know what's next, but all we have to know is what is next is for our highest good. That's all we have to know. And then surrender to how it's going to play out. It's in a remarkable time for us right now. It's a remarkable, incredibly massive time for us right now. Our world is never going to be the same. And as much as any of us think that we're going to go back to the old ways and back to, air travel and the way the jobs work and going shopping in grocery stores and, just living, with neighbors and just all that stuff, all friends, like marriages, it's all going to be so different. And as we know right now, it is completely different. Everything we've ever identified with is not the way that it was before. This past 18 months has sort of wiped out how we were living. And there's a part of me that is really quite grateful for having that wiped out, because I recognize in myself how I lived that hustle life, and I lived the chasing and the growing and the hustle and, achieving. It was all about achievement and, did we accomplish that and grow bigger, grow faster, hang on to that marketing campaign and do that marketing campaign and all that stuff that was just, hyper vigilant into just growth and hustle and just conquering, and it's gone. All that's gone. And it's funny too, what's happened in the past year, that no matter how much money you made, and there was probably lots of us and lots of people making tons of money. Sure, possible, right? During the pandemic, there were still lots of people making money, and sometimes lots of money. But what was funny was that there was nowhere to spend it. And that was the shift. That was like, for me, very eye-opening, because I had to get a car, and I didn't have to worry about and think about. I chose to do this, was what kind of car. You know, all of that changed for me because materialistically it all started to unravel and become like detached from me. It wasn't important to me any longer. So much shifted, so much changed. And so right now we're going through, I'm going to call it being aware of our imbalances. Like, so there's this witnessing, there's becoming, creating an awareness of our imbalances that have been within us. And we are going to be changing these imbalances in that we are shifting because the imbalances don't feel good any longer. So the imbalances might be, oh, you know, spiritually, you know, I'm like, you know, great at spirituality, but I'm not looking after my body. Or I might be really looking after my body, but I'm ignoring spirituality. I'm ignoring the emotional part and the mental part, you know, or I might be just so mentally fixated on just, you know, mentally strong, mentally controlling my life, but spiritually I'm not doing anything. And then as far as my body goes too, I'm letting that go to, you know, rack and ruin, right? So there are so many ways that we are right now, you know, becoming aware of our imbalances that don't serve us any longer. And so symbiotically, like we have to become whole. And this is why we're going through this, the Lionsgate portal and any kind of other DNA upgrade, which is happening, and you can't run from it. So we are, you know, these soul beings having human experiences, and these human vessels are just, you know, this is what we're full of. This is what our DNA is, and it's been infused with all these, you know, planetary, galactic, if you want to call it, spiritual, angelic, energetic frequencies. And we're 95% energy. This is what we are as a human. We are 95% energy. We're just 5% solid. The rest of us are just, you know, 95%, think about it, energy. So, you know, we send out energy frequencies and energetic frequencies that are, you know, good and bad or negative or lack or abundant or, you know, all sorts of ways we can send out energetic frequencies. And right now we are having this time to slow things down. And, you know, we might rest more, we might sleep more. Just in the next few days in particular, we're going to feel this. Slow things down enough that we can actually evaluate and we can digest and we can, you know, just take a look at how we're living our life. And do we actually feel these imbalances? Slow it down enough to ask ourselves, you know, how am I feeling right now? Am I feeling solid in my physical world? Am I feeling good in my spiritual world? Am I meditating enough? Am I hearing myself enough? Am I feeling any intuition rise up within me? And am I honoring this intuition that's flowing through me right now? There's so many ways that we are growing and evolving, and we can't run from it. We can't run from it. So when in doubt and you're feeling, you know, anxious and maybe even say frantic, you know, frantic energy, that franticness. And I gotta admit that there's times that I'm feeling, I love this word, frantic, in that it explains so much that I'm just feeling frantic, like I don't know where to go, I don't know where to land. It's actually related to free-falling anxiety. And, you know, usually with anxiety, you have something to pin it on and you go, oh yeah, I'm feeling anxious because of this person or this thing that happened or whatever. But right now, we're getting this imposed chaos being put upon us. So we're not able to make sense of a lot of things. You know, we're hearing this, oh, it turns into a lie. Oh, we hear this, oh, it's turning into a lie. Oh, this now, oh, that's turned into a lie. Oh, this, we were told this now, and oh, it's changed now, it's now a lie. You know, so we're just getting this layer upon layer upon layer of chaos. And all I can recommend to you guys right now is that to go into isolation, this self-imposed beautiful time to isolate, is very healing. And it's a beautiful time to go inward and create some calm, create some stillness, to allow your body to catch up to you spiritually, and also to allow your spirituality maybe to sometimes catch up to your body. You know, just all of it symbiotically has to sort of work with the way that we're eating, the way that we're thinking, the way that we're experiencing life. You know, it all kind of has to all work together for us to evolve and go up that chain of evolution towards, I'm going to say, more of an awakening, our enlightenment. You know, we're heading towards that direction, right? To the greater good of ourselves, which is then the greater good of mankind. And we're holding space too for our brothers and sisters that are on either side of us. You know, we look to the left, we look to the right, and we want to make sure that they're okay too. So that's holding a great deal of compassion for our brothers and sisters, because we're all at different stages on this journey, this path towards our awakening, towards our greatness, towards the evolution of this planet. And I know right now that this road is going to be bumpy, and we are on a bumpy road for the next month or 2 or 3. It's going to be a bumpy road. From what I understand and from what I've been hearing and what I listen to, is that there's going to be things revealed to us, truths that are going to come out, that are going to make many of us uncomfortable. Many of us are going to possibly even go into shock when we find out the real history of our world. And even I don't know all of it. I just know I leave myself open to explore and expand my mind to the possibility of all of these ideas, you know, being truthful. And then I go and do my own research to back up the things that I've been told and explained to. So, you know, without going too deep into that stuff, it's fair enough just to say, and if you're listening to this, you know I'm speaking some truth here, because you wouldn't be listening to this otherwise, that the life that we are experiencing right now is unlike anything we've experienced ever in our life. So we have to stop brushing it, you know, under the carpet. We have to stop just ignoring that life is not changing. And because the more that we just go into denial, the harder it's going to be to go to that other side. No, you're not alone. You're not alone. And we are all going through this together. The beauty comes in our vulnerable state, in this vulnerability when we say, you know, I'm scared. I need you. I really need your help. Will you hold me? Will you, you know, hold my hand? Will you comfort me? Will you give me some ideas? Will you give me some help? Will you coach me? That kind of thing, because you just have to ask for it instead of being that brick wall and saying, whoa, no, it's not happening like that. No, it's not happening like that. The rigidity, the rigidity, hanging on to this attachment of you thinking you know the truth in the world is going to cause the suffering for you, not anybody else. So we have to learn how to free flow. That's what I say, just like, you know, it's just free flow. It's like, you know, we're in an airplane right now, and, you know, maybe we've got to go and do some parachuting. So we're just going to jump. We got a good parachute though. We're just going to jump, and we don't know how the wind is going to actually take us, you know, but we are going to float down to the earth, and it's going to be a beautiful time, an absolute beautiful time. As my cat is now jumping on the desk and driving me nuts through this whole talk. So anyways, I just wanted to say that, okay, Petunia, let's just say hello. Okay, here we go, my little brat. And I just wanted to say that I love you guys. Petunia loves you guys. And we are here for one another. This is the beauty of being alive. This is the beauty too of us being synchronistic to one another. Energetically, we are all one. There is no difference right now. We are all connected. Know this, that we are all connected. This is why I can have a telepathic thought and someone on the other side of Canada or in Toronto or my daughter in Burlington can actually feel me, feel my thoughts. We are so connected. I love you guys. And we are going to get through this. And we are moving to a beautiful time. We just have to hold faith. And just trust. It's called faith over fear. I love you.